All right, one last thing about the for loop inside of Python, and this is a quick one. So open in front of you, I've got the shell interface and I've got my last for loop here. I'm using the range and I'm going to go from 0 to 10 times, and I'm just going to print out the value of x. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Now, there's going to come a point where you're creating a loop and perhaps you're doing something pretty complex in there. Later on, we're going to talk about objects. So creating a class, creating instances of that class, using the objects, doing stuff with them, and so on. So there might be something pretty complex that you're doing within that loop. At the end of the loop, once it gets done doing all of its stuff and iterates through the entire loop cycle, you may want to clean stuff up. Reset variables, delete objects, whatever it might be. So a part of a for loop inside of Python is called an else statement. You saw this inside of the if statement. We saw if, check this condition, if it's true, do this. But we also had an else, where we can check for perhaps multiple things, and then if none of that is true, we had the else statement that would run. Take a look. So here inside of the for, I'll drop down, I'm all done with the loop. Now I'm going to bring in the else statement. And here I get to tell what to do once the loop is done going through its cycles. So here I'm just going to simply print out, I'll say for loop has completed. So just something simple here, but I'll save that. I'm going to go ahead and test it. I'll execute it with F5. And there's my loop, 0 through 9, right? 0 through 10, excluding that number there. And then the last thing it does is it performs the else statement. And here I'm just printing out, oh, hey, the loop's completed. We can do whatever we need to here. Like I said, we can be cleaning stuff up. Our loop created a bunch of objects just for its purpose, got it done. Maybe it wrote to some external file. Now we need to close that file. We need to clean up the objects that we worked with. We need to reset variables. Whatever it might be, we can have that completed right here within the else. So try this out. It's a simple one little keyword, very similar to the if, and this will fire as soon as the loop has completed its cycles.